Holy snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Bub and Run Booker joins us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight. Give it the hoot, Natty. Hey, g'day. Here we are again for another Wednesday night show. Trackside with Kokpit. Big thanks to Vasey Engineering and Supplies Limited. Also, TWS Technical Waiting Services, Lala and Vasey always helping us out. Mike, Repco Huntley always giving us a hand. And a new one there was supporting this week, kids, Scoopy's Ice Cream. Best bloody chocolate thick shake in all of Waiuku, Auckland. Mate, I tell you, that's Mrs. Vasey. It's Cal's new shop, then Vasey's new shop. They do ice creams, they do hot dogs, they do everything, mate. So I thought we'd give them a bit of a tickle up and give them a helping hand because, what a great shop. And it's all retro looking, you know. So I said to him, I think next thing on X, I go, I need to see Kelly on roller skates. That's what it feels like on those old diners, you know. Very cool. So if you're in Waiuku or in the Auckland area, you want to go for a nice ice cream or a nice bloody milkshake or whatever, they do it all, and hot dogs and all sorts. So yeah, go to Scoopy's Ice Cream in Waiuku. So there you go. That's my plug for them kids. But mate,
awesome, mate.
The season is getting closer to its end, and you had an amazing weekend, up there in Wahara.
Yeah, I did books, and shout out to Marcus and Kaylee Tidder and the wonderful as well, that persevered like many tracks up and down the country with the damn wet weather that's been a hindrance for many tracks over this season, and we finally got it to the minute and win it, and also featured CTRA NZ titles in their own right, you know, adult mini stocks and also the super saloons. And hey, first time I've seen the 1NZ super saloon of Chris Cowling track driving. His lovely wife was driving and she was running some laps around there. But overall, great turnout of crowd, 140 cars, and I'm pretty sure that the news feed from Waiharoa has been blowing up, which is good for the track and many other tracks. I do know we're specialising on is some of the commenter in the chat here, Gizzy Hard, thanks to Marcus Porter. So it's all about the good. There's another track running, but not an official SNZ title as such. And then, of course, I understand too, King's birthday weekend end of the month, we got Type R made. So, like you say, books, the season's just about wrapping up.
Mate, I don't know if it's for anyone else as well, but is Kinser cutting in and out for people watching? And I think your internet might be playing up a bit, Kins. You keep sort of glitching and carrying. You've got none of that dodgy stuff downloading in the background, have you, mate?
Oh, might be.
Oh, it has, yeah, look,
hey, mate,
Kinser's video is blurry, mate. Yeah. So maybe
hell is it?
You want to exit out and come back in, and I'll talk for a couple of seconds while we wait for you. What do you reckon?
Yeah. Okay,
so
bro.
I'll carry on talking while Kinser quickly resets himself. That's not unusual for kids. It's normally the guests that do that sort of carry on. But hey, look, he had a great time at Wahara and said it was a fantastic time. It was a fantastic crowd and just great atmosphere. And I see some pictures and stuff that have come up from different people, and wow, it's good. Just good to see a little track like that. Really exciting. I think some people aren't quite ready to give up on the season just yet. Is there a few out there that are still keen, but it's all about Gisborne Speedway, Awapuni Speedway tonight, who we're talking to. We've got Peter Rees back tonight as well to finish our interview from last week that we didn't get done because his internet, well, it wasn't internet, it was actually his computer was playing up. So he's put up a new computer and he's got himself humming and got it working all by himself without having to get any help from anyone. So that's pretty good. He's learning the computer as well. Have you guys, people out there, look, here comes Kinser now. Is he back? There he is. Kins, how's that? That looks better. Oh, shit, I was about to switch you around too. That looks much better, mate.
It's better? Oh.
Yeah, oh, look at that. Oh, no, it just scratched again. Oh, what's going on with Kinser's internet tonight? Oh, we'll have to just persevere, I think. because it's obviously
maybe,
your
mate.
motor might need resetting or something like that, or we'll just persevere with it because that's what we do. How are these days? Book? I'm good, mate. I'm good, Mikey. Thank you. Evening, Maru, a few others. But look, there isn't much. I think Gizzy's the only track running this weekend, to be fair, Kins. That's what I was saying was, look, people, don't forget to get your votes in for these volunteers and different people that deserve awards. Listen, we had our chance last year, and we appreciated the people that nominated us, and we appreciate the process that we managed to grab 2 trophies. But look, there's so many people this year in their Kins that have done so well in what we do as well. Like, that people need to get on and nominate for them. Like, I mean, like for example, if you look at the kilometers and the travel and the amount of footage and information that comes out of Blake Speedway, I mean, there's a guy that needs to be nominated, Kins, you know, like, there's just so many. What's today from Nelson, South Island, Morgan Dumlow.
Morgan, yeah.
That's done awesome work. Who else, Kins? Who do you reckon that's been right up there this season doing? There been some that at the front face, I'm going to say it, like, hey, we're doing the best, but in the background they're doing dodgy shit, which is annoying. But I won't name those people. But Kins, who have you seen that's really stood out for you this season? For me, it's been Blake Speedway with the amount of travel that good kid does.
Yeah. If I can get in, if you can kind of pick me up, hopefully I'm coming through okay. Just
Yeah,
let
good
us
now,
know in
bro.
the comments. Hey, so you're right. I caught up with Blake, and he made the drive. He left at the crack of dawn to come through to Waharo to be part of that. And you can see all the video footage and coverage like that, photos galore. He did tell me too he's going to make a 3 this weekend as well. Then after that, he'll be on a plane, go down to Oxford to the mini stock champ. So you talk about kilometers. Here's a young man that's still going to work and do everything like many others. JC Speedway, correct? You're right. JC Speedway's another, and I loved all of his stuff. But Blake, mate, he just travels. I think he said to me he's done 70 meetings. 70 meetings, he told me on Sunday when I caught up with him. Pits TV, yep, they bring all the coverage. You're right there, Paul. There's just so much social media coverage, whether it's for the good or the bad, it all depends. But no, it doesn't matter. It puts the sport out there as a showcase, is what I'm saying here on social media. We're not talking about it in the positive sense, but there's a lot of it, mate. You know, you see a lot of drivers' social media pages these days. There's a lot of TikTok videos. There's a lot of Snapchat stuff going on, Instagram, you name it. It's getting a lot of good coverage. So, hey, thanks to each one of you because, and the photos too.
Yeah. It's just everything's been outstanding this season, and there's been some real positive people out there with it as well. There's been some negative people, but mostly positive. And like, I don't get to see a lot of it. So what I do see, I think, wow, like I saw a video pop up today. I wanted to actually contact the guy and say, could I use it to show on our show tonight? Because I found it was such a great little video. But I ran out of time. And it was a kid called Cody Gray put up a video of his Palmy Teams Champs weekend, a slow motion cinematic video thing. I don't know if you've seen it, Kids, but I might share it after the show for people to see because this kid has done it. It's an amazing video. It's really well done. And it really impressed me today, Kids, that Cody Gray, his name is. I'm not sure who he is. I think he might race a mini stock as well. Someone on here might better tell me who he is, you know. But his video was just really outstanding, Kids. I just thought it was really good. I wonder if I can actually share it and show people now. What do you reckon? Should we quickly if I could do it?
You can have a look. You can have a look while you're looking for that.
Where are we? Oh, here we go. Window. Oh, there we go. I might better do this. I'm going to try and play this. See if I can do this, Kin. Hang on, let me see. I can see you playing and looking at stuff. So I'm going to add this to the stage. There we go. And we play that. Is there a big enlarge button somewhere? I lost it, Kins. I don't know what I did there, but it was sound coming through with it or not? I tried to.
Mate, I couldn't hear nothing at all. Oh, you
Oh,
live and
okay.
learn, you know.
Oh, well, there we go, people. But I'm going to share that, I think, because it was a really good video and it showed some real talent, I thought, by this young kid. I was hoping to sound. I'll have to make it work. I'll make it work. You watch. I'll get there. But, yeah, just an example of some of the stuff I've seen in that Morgan from the South Island. She's done some amazing stuff too. But I just thought it was time to just shine some light on some of these people that are doing so good for us, our sport, mate, to be fair. You know, it's not all about us.
Definitely. There's a lot of people out there. You are 100% right, Books. And just remind those, if you've got nothing to do on Saturday afternoon, 4 o'clock, head out to Huntly, watch the dirt track race cars, get out there and race until I think about 8 o'clock. So they'll be in there, they've entertained the fans, and it's a bit of a speed on Saturday. If you've got nothing to do, if you're around the region, go and support them from Miri, they come from Waihi Beach, Waiuku, I think it is. But yeah, they'll be out there having some fun. And Mike, I know you're going to be out there at Huntly, mate, no doubt on Saturday. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be there. I've got to keep the wife and family happy. It's my birthday on Saturday, but also Friday. I was hoping to get to Gizzy, but I've got a special function to celebrate someone who does so much in our community and in the police force. But yeah, I've got other priorities, and obviously my grandson playing about, and my life has changed a little bit on the weekends.
Yes, I'm going to have to try and do something before I leave and save it to my computer for a bit of payback on Saturday for someone's birthday since they got me. We'll make sure we get a bit of payback. Come on, Mr. Give me some suggestions, people. I'll go to IOA. What should I make Kins do or look like for his birthday?
Just before we do get into a special on Gisborne, Books, I'll just bring this image up.
Yes.
In respect to the news that broke through, I think pretty well dominated Speedway today. That's the 1NZ car from 2000 when he got the 1NZ in Miani. The late Murray Hobbs, who sadly passed away. Murray, of course, raced, we all know, way back in the day out of his track of Rotorua and raced alongside with the Rebels. Individually, a talented racer, and he's unfortunately, sadly passed away. And condolences to obviously his family, the Hobbs family, and his son and daughter, and everyone like that who've had an association. You can see it all over the social media, reflecting on the video footage. I saw Ants put up one on the in-car footage when he raced at Huntly in the 1NZ car, but everyone reflects on the motor that became a T-shirt icon back in 1994-95, where he put Mark Dixon up the fence back in the day, the good old BP white car back in the day. Then, of course, he had the hot rod alongside Rex Neal in the 94R. We all know that. Alongside Rex, did the Rebel stuff there with a very strong, talented team. Never to be won 30-odd years later until recently the Rebels picked up the win at Palmerston North, but also launched the Pro Action Chev, which was something completely different back in the day as well. Obviously, we all know that car is currently in the museum down there in Nelson. A big boot. But yeah, we're thinking of the Hodge family also today. And sad loss to a true legend back in the day. I would guess A-grade stock cars before they transformed to super stocks.
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was, mate. It was before super stocks and standard stock. So there you go. It was when it was. Someone just put that blurry. That must have been before. So well. Anyway, I suppose we might as well bring Mr. Sam Hughes from Awapuni Speedway, Gisborne. There he is. Hey, Sammy.
How's things?
Good, mate. Good. Mate, it looks like Kins might have frozen again, has he? I'm not sure. He's going. You're back there. You're back, mate. It's I don't know. Tell everybody to get off the internet at home, mate. What's going on? It's always the guests that have this problem, not you.
Hell.
Hey, look, been a tough season, Sam. Very tough season for you guys. Not just the weather, but even the roads getting there has been a hindrance for you guys this year. So, how's the club sort of? How's your vibe, your positivity? Are you still happy and positive about everything?
Yeah, it sort of seems like everyone went to sleep for the last couple of months, but in the last 2 weeks. Everyone's up and going and really happy and can't wait to actually get some racing underway.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm obviously going to come over this weekend, and a few others are coming as well, and to support you guys, because you really do need that support. We need those bums on seats, don't we, Sam? And I see, is there fireworks on the Saturday night as well now?
Yes, she's a full-on show on Saturday. It's 30 odd races and fireworks. So, yeah, it'll be pretty action-packed, I'd imagine.
So has there been any extra work being done around the track this season? I mean, last year what did you get last year? You got most improved. What did you get last year? What award did you win? You were at our table. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, we were most improved. This year we actually haven't done a hell of a lot. It's sort of, you just sort of retreat back into survival mode until we can actually run some speedway and make some reasonable money, hopefully.
Oh, it looks like we've lost Kinser. He will be back. I'd say he's trying to sort his internet out, why it's been all funny for him. But look, mate, this Friday night, you're starting earlier on Friday too. What time we start Friday?
Yeah, 4 o'clock Friday. We're sort of just trying to beat the colder weather.
Yeah.
I think 90% of our cars are coming from out of town, so it won't hurt for them to go a couple of hours earlier than get it all over and done with.
Mm. So, what classes we got ready, mate, for this weekend?
We've got super stock cars, saloon cars, production saloons, mini stocks, street stocks, classic stock cars. So yeah, she's full on weekend really. There's 180 cars signed in.
I mean, your club, mate, as I've always spoken about your club and how welcoming it is, and just how much fun I always have when I go there. Like, I haven't actually got there this season yet, which is unusual, but I'm happy to get there this weekend. But when the season finishes, you guys still do a few run mini stock days. Is that right? Every now and again for people learning? Yeah,
we run sort of training days sort of right the way through winter, try and foster our children that are wanting to get into the sport, and some of the adults, it's probably from the background, it's actually all mini stocks and all classic stock cars that turn up on those Sundays. The older kids and the younger kids.
Yeah. Do you allow like out of towners to come? Because someone said to me, "Oh, where can I go in the office?" I said, "Well, I'm pretty sure Gizzy do those days to help the kids learn and get them through." Do you allow the out of towners to come and join those days as well?
Yeah, we don't sort of mind. We'll take on anyone that wants to turn up and have a go. It's just part of having fun, really.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, that's a great thing. I mean, like, we think about it, there's places like Harrisville, I suppose, that run days for kids that are learning as well, and Wahara and a few others. But, I mean, that's a great mentor program for the kids to get into it in the off-season so they can be up and ready for their first race come season time, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And it sort of keeps the club vibe going, and they have a sausage sizzle and a couple of drinks at the end of it, and everyone seems to be happy.
What are you racing this weekend? You get behind the wheel as well?
Yes, and I haven't actually raced really since Wellington, New Zealand. So,
wow,
I'm stuck at home with all the roads closed and God knows what else. So it's just
mate. Sam, you must be chomping at the bit too to get behind the wheel and have a crack, eh?
Yeah, definitely. It'd be great to get back out there. It's just, as I say, the roads and the weather haven't allowed us to really go too far from here, unfortunately.
Wow. So on the Saturday night, what do we got running Saturday? Same classes again, obviously, but is that like a finals for those mini stocks? Because you've got a huge field of mini stocks, haven't you?
Yeah, the top 24 in the seniors, I think we're about 75 coming. Top 24 will go through to a final, and then the other ones will run consolation races. The juniors, there's 25 of them as well, and they'll just run over six races over the 2 nights. Mate,
it's been a tough season. Your volunteers, everyone sort of stuck by? You all stuck together and really gone hard for this weekend? Is this weekend is something that's really going to be a great show? The volunteers are keen. Everyone's keen to just get amongst it and do something for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. In the last couple of weeks, everyone's come alive again and getting all excited. Every night there's someone at the track doing something. We've sort of got Granddad's Army out there mowing the lawns and weed eating all day today, and it's all coming along, and everyone's excited to actually do something for once. So the people coming through, I think I saw Kinser pop back in. Did I? He'll jump in. There he is. Look at that. Kins, you're back, mate.
Oh, not really. He doesn't know what's going on. He obviously would have rebooted everything. It might be a pyro thing. That's all right, mate. We'll just persevere with it.
We did have an earthquake here yesterday, quite a major one. Yeah, but I don't know.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
The whole.
I got to start watching the news and looking at Facebook, don't I? So I'll just say, Sam, so this weekend, all those people that travel come from out of town, and of course on a Sunday, you'd have a 2-day meeting. Always on a Sunday, your club puts on a $10 breakfast, which is a great little brekkie. And then that for everybody, anybody that, like, what if there's visitors from out of town that are just coming to watch? Are they welcome to come join as well on that Saturday morning, or is it just for the drivers and the crews?
For everyone, drivers, crews, supporters, anyone who wants to come along is more than welcome. It's just something we do to try and make the outsiders feel a bit more welcome. A lot of them actually are staying at the track, so it sort of makes sense for them, and more the merrier.
It's something that it's something that I really like about Gizzy is, like, there's not too many tracks. You go to a 2-night meeting and next morning you go to their club rooms for a bloody breakfast, which is only $10. And believe me, it's a good breakfast, bacon, eggs, a snag. I think there might even be a hash brown or something as well. So, I mean, like, it's a good break. You wouldn't see that very often, do you, Kins?
No, not at that price. And I know you've spoken often to me about it, Books. It's like I want to just go for a drive there for a good breakfast and a good feed. And I know the hospitality is right up there, because many people talk highly about the track Gisborne. And when you take a look at that, you're not going to get a $10 breakfast anywhere these days, honestly. Honestly, for what you get, and you talk about all the time, and I hear about all the time, and I know there's some good people out there that's going to help alongside with this. But man, $10, can't stick your nose up at that.
Well, yeah, and the other thing too, for me as well, is this weekend's probably the last weekend of Speedway we're going to see. I mean, really, around the country. I think you're the only ones running, and that'll be it. So if you want to get one last family getaway with your family, and Gisborne Road, it's not that bad. If you just drive like a normal person, it's fine to drive it and go and you get a 2-day meeting there, get a breakfast, you get a fire show, and it'll be a great family weekend. I mean, the Goodley family, they're coming over. Brody's birthday. Happy birthday to Brody Goodley today. Happy birthday, mate. The big 17. Holy snap and duck shit. He's 17 today. So happy birthday, Brody. But Sam, to get in the gate, you gave me the price the other day. It was quite cheap. What are your prices to get in the gate this weekend?
Yeah, $8 a child, $20 an adult.
What?
$10 for senior citizens, and $50 a family.
Shit.
I mean, kids, hey, it's worth packing the family in the car and mate, and heading to Awapuni Speedway, Gisborne, for 2 great nights of Speedway. I mean, how can you not, for those prices, to get in the gate? Cheap as chips for great entertainment, and fireworks on the night too.
Holy cow.
Hey.
$8, $10. I'm a senior citizen now.
Yeah.
And $20 for that.
Yeah, we sort of held our prices the same. We normally put them up for the fireworks, but we're sort of just would rather have more people there this weekend than less, and just get into it, and everyone needs to be happy.
Oh, look at that. Someone there's just put up, Kins. Look at that. Look at this person. They're keen as. Looking forward to this one. Leaving Masterton tomorrow. Brecky, yes, please, ×2 on the Saturday. Look at that. Hey, see, someone's keen as already. That's great. We want to see a big crowd. We want to see as many. You get your backside track, so I get as many people out there as possible and enjoy this, because not only are we going to see a great show, the drivers are going to put it on for everybody. The club's going to put it on for everybody. It's just going to be a fantastic meeting, isn't it? I mean, you just can't beat it, can you? I mean, Sam, anything else? I mean, what else is happening down there in your way in the big smoker of Gisborne? Is you got any plans in the off season looking forward for the track, or are you just sort of been that hard a year this year? We've got to sort of tighten the belts a bit.
First year in 5 years that our volunteers actually might get some sort of decent holiday. There's definitely half a dozen projects going on, but nothing in the scale of what we've done in the last 5 years. It's just sort of a bit of a off season to regroup and plan towards moving forwards.
Well, I mean, you've got New Zealand Street Stocks next season, haven't you? So that's a big event to plan for.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about that, and it sounds like there's a lot of South Island cars coming to stay for weekend and have a good time. So no doubt they'll put on a show on their own.
Yes, yeah. It's that'll be. I mean, I went to the New Zealand's at Nelson this year, and mate, it was those guys are another level. They were out the gate good. That's just so entertaining, mate. It's you better get your referees ready because those boys hit each other on the first heat, first corner, first lap. So of a championship, they don't seem to care. But yeah, I mean the South Island's dominated it. You need to get as many North Islanders to the track next season, don't we?
Yeah, last time we had it in Gisborne, we were 1st to 6th, I think, all local cars out of the 100 cars that turned up. So hopefully we can produce something. David Hampton,
well, I mean, we better get that young fella with the best mullet in Speedway, young Gooch, to get into a street stock, eh? Zolban better move him up at a upper class pretty quick. I reckon he'd be ready to go, just not tall enough.
Yeah, we've definitely had our fair share of 1NZs and street stocks over the last 15, 20 years. So hopefully we can produce something out of the bag.
Mate, it's I think it's going to be another awesome meeting to go to. Another big event, Kins, at the Awapuni Speedway. So, look, all I can say is you need to get there. People, get there this weekend and support it. It's going to be a great event. It'd be a great weekend away for a family, I reckon. If you're in the Hawke's Bay, it's only a hop, skip, and a jump. 3 hours, you're there. Easy. Hey, Kins.
Just like that. People have been putting in the comments too. So in regards to live stream, there's no live stream coming out of the show, especially at that price. If you can afford to get there and make it there, hit those deal. 8 for a kid, senior citizen 10, adults $20. The food is only bacon, eggs, and all that stuff for $10. And yeah, as far as I'm aware, there's no live streamers there, mate.
No live stream, unfortunately. It's sort of it's a bit of a last minute sort of throw together. We're just very lucky to have the support of all the drivers and whatnot that we've got, really.
Awesome.
Yeah, mate. I think it's going to be awesome, Sam. So is there anyone you'd like to thank or add extra while we've got you here before we let you go, mate?
Yeah, we've got a few sponsors here for the weekend. We've got City Smart Repairs, McCafferty Metal Cartage, Advanced Automotive, the Roslyn Tavern, Pit Stop, and Duke's Carriers. And they're all long-time supporters of our club. Probably the newest one is probably Ethan and Brittany since they brought the business, but the rest of them have all been there 20 years plus, so we're pretty privileged to have that.
That says something about the club, doesn't it, Kins, that you've got sponsors that have stayed there for 20 years, Just shows you how the club is and what they think of it, for a sponsor to stay on that long. I mean, that must make you feel very humbled and happy about that type of thing, Sam.
Yeah, we're pretty privileged. Trevor Dukes was one of our founding members, and he's done the fireworks show for as long as I can ever remember. So, yeah, pretty lucky.
Awesome.
When you've got longevity sponsors like that, that means you're doing something right, in my mind. And obviously the connection and the relationship goes a long way. So that's what it's all about. When you get that continuous years of sponsorship, they know what they're going to get. They're going to get bang for buck, but what they get is families getting along to enjoy the entertainment. So job well done. And to anyone these days in this current climate financially, everyone's been doing it tough. So I think anyone that sponsors anything these days, let alone the race drivers and definitely the tracks, you got to appreciate it. So, they all want to say a big thank you, and that goes a long way, mate. So well done to them, eh, Sam?
Yeah, no, definitely. Like I say, we're pretty privileged to have all these sponsors and whatnot. And our club probably wouldn't be going without them. So, you just take what you can get these days.
100%.
Awesome, mate. Oh, well, thanks for giving us your time and coming talking about the event, Sam, because, I'm looking forward to it. We'll pump it up. Oh, there's DK. He's there. I'll catch up with him this weekend too, Kins, old DK. There he is. The man, Sammy, thinks his bloody rocket ship could be a super stock, they reckon. That's what Regan reckons. It's as fast as a super stock and stock car. He's showing some pace this season, isn't he, Sam, that boy?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. And in Hawke's Bay, I think he's just about won every race he's been to down there.
Oh, look, there's a Cody Gray there. I wonder if that's the same Cody Gray that did that video, Kins, that just came up in the chat.
Could be.
No, it is. It is him. Yeah, Cody Gray. I watched your video of your slow-bar palmy today, mate. I tried to show everybody here. I'm going to share it later. Awesome video. Well done, young fella. So, yeah. Anyway, Sam, thank you, sir. We appreciate the time. Look forward to catching up on Friday. And, yeah, we'll see you then.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for what you guys do. And we'll catch you in the weekend.
Absolutely, Sam.
Take care,
Cheers,
Sam.
mate.
Cool.
There we go. So, I need to close some of the stuff I've got here. Yeah, I see he's just come in, Cody Gray. But, yeah, he did it amazing. So there it is. End of season finale, night 1.
Okay.
Look at that. Those prices, Kins, that blew you away a bit, didn't it? Eh?
Oh, didn't what? You don't hear that anywhere. Not at their price, honestly. So that's just credit to the club. And then to top it off on a Saturday morning, that's...
Yeah. Hey, I'm looking forward to it. I just got to make sure that the next guest that comes on, I hope he just keep him under control on a Friday night in the club rooms. We keeps me under control because we always say we'll have a quiet one, and the Friday's always the worst. So we need to control ourselves, I think, on the Friday night in that bloody place. But that's Gizzy for you, mate. That's what it's like. It's such a welcoming place, you know, and that's why people go once and they can't stop. They keep going back, you know. And that's the same for the crowd. Get your backside trackside this weekend, team, because holy snap and duck shit, she's going to be on, man. On like Donkey Kong.
You know what? I experienced that at the recent awards, and I'll just leave it at that. Our table we sat at, and they turned up the Sams. Wow. I was blown away. You know, everything Booker's told me about the club, the Sams, everyone associated. They were like, yeah, 100% right on. Hey, Robbie, maybe how are you, mate? Yeah, we're all good. Robbie. Yeah, we're all good. Yeah, we've already spoken about Bomber Hobbs there, Kevin, earlier on in the show as well. And yeah, thanks, Darren, for the birthday shout out. But he's always talking about a roadie. He's always loving a roadie with you, Books, eh? His middle name could be Roadie.
On me, Kins, that fucking Peter flipping. I said so. I swore then.
One for the road. How are you, Pete?
Yeah, good, thanks.
So it looks like everything's working good. Touch wood. We don't get Kinser's bug. His has settled down now. The earthquake must have settled his internet back to normal. So we're doing well. Mate, Pete, we tried to talk to you last week about a few things, and we didn't have much success. So we'll try again tonight. We were talking about, we might as well get straight into it, I suppose. We're talking about, I said to Lala, you know, when you're watching a race from the other side where you're not a driver, and you see something happen or a car get broken and stuff, what goes through your mind? Do you just wait till they come in and check it out, or how does it work from that side of it, mate? I mean, you're obviously still an integral part of the team, even though you're not driving.
You're right, and the obvious stuff is, you know, the boys have got crews and stuff, and they get straight into the obvious stuff. So I guess I'm just a set of eyes that float around, you know, pop the bonnet up and check the dry sump belt and stuff like that. And I guess in the modern day team racing with the first data and all that, like it is, you know, we watch the hits and stuff. You check out the guys, the drivers as well. Mm-hmm. Like as an example, I don't know if you saw Ethan in Auckland pull out on AJX and roll himself. You know, the managers and dads and crews and stuff go to those guys these days because there is no first aid check and stuff anymore. So that's probably what I've been doing this season, just standing back and, you know, not so much the obvious stuff, the bent side rails and bent bumpers and stuff, more the stuff that you can't see.
So you're more like doing that bit that we often talk about. Me and Kins on our show have talked about it a lot, which is you got to make sure the driver's not concussed and ask them questions because you know them best. And if they give the wrong answers, you know to say, hey, something's not right. So you're sort of more, you see the big hit, you think, right, I'll check on him afterwards and make sure everything's tickety-boo. Is that sort of what you're focusing on?
Pretty much. And you stand back and watch how the drivers are acting and you stand back and look at the cars really and look at the drivers. It's not hard, but it's quite important these days.
Mm.
Yeah, well, that's been a big thing that we've tried to say to people. We try to say the crew and the family need to be the ones that say to the driver because they know them best, don't they, Kins? You know, that says, hey, you're not right. Let's just stop and take a minute and do it, you know?
Yes, cool, you know. And how often do you watch the first aiders that used to check us watch the actual race and see the hits.
Mm,
They don't.
they
They're
don't.
always down
They
the
don't.
back checking other drivers. So
Mm.
who better to check the drivers is, family, managers, and etc. Pit crew. So that's a big part of our job these days.
Yeah, definitely. And I understand exactly where you come from too, Pete, because you're 100% right. It's about the driver welfare, him or her, but, because you're up at the fence there watching, especially when it's a team's race compared to St. John's, most times you could see them possibly around where the ambo is or where their actual little offices and whatnot. Sometimes they have the opportunity, and we're privy to sit next to some of them at Palmy, but not every track has that capability. But you are right. Best to be assessed by those who know them, know how it all works, obviously, and can assess. They can kind of judge those hits. They know what it's like. They've been there, done it before, and get the best opinion. And hey, in regards to your boys, I suppose, you got to listen to Dad and make sure everything's all right upstairs, mate.
Yeah, I guess. But, and then you get Asher, and he just yells at you, and listen. So, but he's a different guy. He's different.
So, what's it been like for you this season? Sort of not being out there on the track, but watching, mate. Have you found it hard? Have you found it hard to get interested? Is it? I mean, for you, I mean, you've been sort of that. I mean, I suppose you've been the where everybody looks up to the teams race. Like you are in amongst those drivers that we go, hey, who's our legends of teams racing? And there's a few, and you can count them all on one hand type thing. And you're looking from the outside in now. How's that been for you? Have you struggled? Have you, how's Pete handled not being behind the wheel? And because you can't help with the decision making on the track either, because you're not in the, you're in the stands.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head when you said, "Is it hard to watch?" It's the hardest thing we've ever done.
Is that
I've
right?
done it all year. And the boys did the invasion in Palm, and that's when I started watching. Yeah, very, very frustratingly hard. But it's something I'm getting used to, and if you watch them, they're quite entertaining. So they're a pleasure to watch. All teams races are really.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying the actual teams racing, but it's very hard to watch from the outside in.
Do you tell the boys when you see something that they should have done, or do you look at it like, I know that situation, there's a lot happening, or do you point out to them, hey, look, you should have probably done this or do that? Do you give them that sort of advice, or do you just sit back and shake your head, or not just for your boys, but for everybody in the team?
I kind of keep out of it unless I'm asked. I've been part of the team meetings and stuff, and they run their own ship, to be fair. Ethan is more of a team captain than I ever was, I reckon, because he pretty much does the whole deal, and everyone has an input. Scotty Ross is there, and he has his little input, but the drivers make up their own plan, and I'm pretty much there for moral support, really. I don't say a lot, so if they ask the question, I have 2 cents, put my 2 cents in, but otherwise I just keep quiet and do what I'm told.
I think I tend to see Pete when I was up in Auckland. We caught up those 2 days, and he's busy talking to others who come over and talk and have a catch up with them now. Just the guy having a conversation with people who come and have a chat, where you see the mainstay of the drivers and the guys doing what they need to do. And I suppose, you take a look at what they've achieved. What is it? 14 straight teams wins in a row, something like that, from all of the social, something like that. But yeah, I suppose, poor Pete's just got to sit back now, and he doesn't like it, I can tell you. But hey, he's got to step back in that role now and let them do what they got to do, I presume.
Well, yeah, pretty much. It does give me a chance to mingle with customers, because we've got a handful of those out there. And that's good for this side of things. And I enjoy that, mingling with customers. I've got some really good customers around in a lot of them teams race, so I'm actually enjoying that side of it. And I've got an SNZ hat on too, which I don't really use at Speedway, but you got to keep your mind open for that as well. So there's a bit of stuff going on, and the racing's just not there anymore. The teams racing that I'm used to.
Tell me, Pete, there's there's a lot of Rees cars out there. Like, let's face it, and they're in different teams and stuff like that. And there's a lot of them. I mean, I tried to save them, but is it 200 something or 300 something you're up to now?
365.
So there you go. Look at that, kids. 365 chassis. I mean, that's incredible just by itself. But my point behind it is, when you go to teams, do you take extra bits with you just in case your customers need it, or do you take just enough for your guys, and then a customer comes over and you give your guys stuff away? Or how does it work for you as a race car builder going to a teams event with so many of your cars in opposite teams as well?
Well, these teams these days are pretty well organised, and to be fair, I think we borrow a bit of gear off other teams towards the end of the season. Like we've had a pretty big team racing season, you know. So no, the truck's always normally there to help anybody and everybody, but teams are so organised these days. They've got their own gear. If anything, we were lacking a bit of gear in Auckland, and I had to call on Thomas and the Busters for some gear after Ethan pulled out on AG and beat some stuff.
That's it's funny that was an interesting, isn't it? I mean, I think we saw that at Auckland a few years ago. Was it Horse that pulled out like that? Kins, do you remember the same type of thing in the same place? Yeah. Someone else pulled out. Do you remember that, Pete? Was it Horse and the Busters? He did the same thing as Ethan did, didn't he? And got the same result.
Yeah. Entertaining, but not ideal. So.
No. Yeah, especially when you got a car coming at speed, And to be honest, AJ was no bloody slouch that weekend, was he? Ask Jaden Ward that one, but that him and his car was
stupid hit. But you go down and you check him out, and he's laughing about it, and he fixes his car and he's out again. So like I say, entertaining.
Yeah, it was certainly, that was the thing, like that's what we've tried to focus on from that weekend, is the entertainment value that we got. Put all the other shit aside, at the end of the day, the racing was pretty good racing. And did you get to watch, I remember talking to you on the end of the Rees tour, and you went up and watched the modifieds at Woodford Glen. Did you get a chance to watch that Brad Lane go around Waka Raka at all, Pete?
I did. I watched the first two heats. He's out the gate. Yeah, you stand there with your mouth open, and how the hell he does that? But he's another one that can entertain you.
Yeah.
And then he came out and shook the boys' hands. He's just a good guy.
Yeah. He said to me, he sent me the in-car footage he has of him going around that 21 Speedway on his second run, and he didn't lift around that whole track. And that's just, and he said to me, I got to 160 there at 21 Speedway, and he said on that Saturday night, he did the same speed around Waka Raka, 160 clicks.
Unreal.
That's pretty impressive, isn't it? And he points it into the corner, point, shoot, gone again, In that first race, he was on two wheels half the time off the back.
Yeah.
It's just
real good.
Yeah. He seems to inherited the name The Entertainer, because he sure is a pure entertainer. I think that was the best thing for him, even though he hadn't first originally registered to race at the event.
No.
We knew Sam was going because it was all over the social media, and Sam was no slouch that night as well. She was going 100 till her car broke down in the third heat. But Brad himself, he just took what he did at 21 Speedway that Sunday morning and did exactly the same thing, but negotiated around cars without any fear. But hell, he put a bloody hell of a show on for the fans. And I tell you what, to do that and to get the win in both heats and then watch him in the final heat from the start, you knew it was a foregone conclusion. And he had the car up in the bloody air and every blooming thing. But then again, you go and watch the Super Saloons as well. Cowling, Chris.
And those Flynn boys, mate. Those Flynns,
they put on a show.
Hard
out. Yeah, the Flynn boys, that first heat was next level. There was that little incident. But then when they got onto that third final, because it was for a championship too, by the way, and man, everyone was entertained. I don't care what anyone says. It was a bloody good 2 nights.
Yeah, exactly. And you've got to take if we keep focusing on the negative of our sport, it's not good for it. We've got to focus on the positives of each weekend of Speedway we go to. It's just pointless talking about the other shit. There's been a lot of people that are supposed to be representing our sport with their social medias that have put negative comments and inciting people to bitch about it. Let's just forget about that. The racing was great. All the classes were great. They put on a show, you know. But Pete, for you, I mean, you got to see, you don't normally go and watch any other class in racing. You told me you never used to, you know. But what is it? Was it since that Woodford Glen side and you thought you'd go watch a bit of the modifieds this weekend? Is that what was, or that weekend? Is that sort of making you sort of have a bit of a like, oh, I don't mind watching these things. I'll get up and watch those, as opposed to just sitting in the pits and talking a bit of this and that?
Yeah, well, Brad did the whole Rees tour, and you get to know these guys, and it creates a bit of an interest. And we were quite handy to where we watched it from the pits. We're in a pretty good spot, so it's not hard to shoot over 20 feet, and watch something you like. And like I say, it's just an entertainer. So when you watch somebody and you know them, it's a whole lot easier to watch.
Yeah. Do you did you go and watch other teams races while the boys were fixing stuff, or did you just sort of make sure everything was getting done right in the pits, or did you go and have a look to see how other teams are strategizing? Do you do that type of thing now that you're in that role of sort of watching?
Pretty much I watched every team race for that reason. Someone might be on fire that weekend or someone might be a bit off, so you can take that back to your team meetings and let the guys know. Plus, it's entertaining team racing because that's what it's all about in my book.
You're right.
I mean, like, it's just interesting to me that someone that's raced it for so long can, and then he's got to sit back and just watch it. And I just wonder what goes through the mind sometimes, Pete, when you're watching other people race and that. Do you think, oh, he should have done this or he should have done that, or do you just watch it and just enjoy the show in front of you?
No, I'm not that opinionated. Probably in my head, I've probably said that, but I don't put it out there. I mean, and you keep rubbing in that I'm just watching. I'm still trying to get used to it, Books.
Well, you've been driving too this season. You've been you're still on the pace in the individual stuff. You must be happy with the way your car. I mean, you've tested a lot of stuff this year, haven't you, with the individual side of it with the car?
Well, it's been a big test year, and really happy where we've come with it. And all our cars are sold, so we're all building new ones again for next season.
I can't keep up with them in their cars, honestly. I can't keep up.
I mean, people that have bought the cars buy a good car, I keep seeing Darren going about Nelson. It's all in Nelson, but I believe Ash's and Pete's cars are not in Nelson. They've gone Mount Way. I think, Josh's gone too, has it, Pete?
Yeah, two are gone to the Christchurch and two are gone to the Mount.
Yeah. So there we go, Darren. He's been telling everybody, watch him in the comments, the Rees cars have gone to Nelson, but they haven't. So there we go. Do you think there's been hits this year? What's this?
Yeah, but going on there, someone talking about damage and attacks and everything.
Yes, this person's put, do you think the Gisborne hits this year on opposition teams have been a lot more damaging, knowing when to make the attack? There didn't seem to be that much damage to the Gisborne cars. What that come down to, Peter? I suppose that comes down to the way you attack, is it? Or the way you...
it would be, yeah. Because the cars get labelled as soft cars, and we probably promote them as soft cars because we've got to go to work on Monday.
Yeah.
But, the boys tend to learn how to hit, and you see them hit a car and it spins them out and get them out of the way, they can truck on. Because other cars hit cars and they spin out themselves and stuff. So the guys have just got smarter, I suppose. Yeah. And if I was looking in the mirror and Ash is coming up behind me, I'd think twice about stopping him.
Do you think he goes too hard out sometimes, Pete? To be fair, honest opinion, do you think he just needs to relax a bit and back a bit, or do you just happy with the way he's just 100 mile an hour?
2 years ago, he was definitely too hard out, but he's smartened up quite a bit. We get scared when we run the final. If we make the final, we'll put him out because he goes a bit nuts because, don't Don't have to worry about a race afterwards. But I think he's controlling himself more and more these days. Which is another good thing to watch. You know, when they have control of their cars like they do.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it. To be fair.
Well, it's that adrenaline, isn't it? You made a final. You've gone through getting to the final, then holy hell, who knows what's going to happen. But you're right, you know, we all saw it in Palmy, and then anything's possible. But then the two brothers just took it in their own hands in that final. And when shit goes upside down and whatnot, goes pear-shaped, you do what you do. And hey, it was entertaining. We and you jumped up and down books. We enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah. It's I mean, like, at the end of the day, it's for me, I think that if you win a team's event, no matter who you are, you've had to battle. I mean, it's not been something easily achieved, is it? I mean, it's a New Zealand title is a battle, but it can still be easier to achieve because you might have 4 or 5 guys helping you to get round by yourself and you don't get touched. Where as a teams racer, everybody's having a go at you, you know, like there's no one that's, you know what I mean? And more so the leader is the one they're trying to stop. So to battle through, I think they're real gladiators. Our drivers of that do teams race are real gladiators. And if you win a title, then no matter who you are, I'm going to cheer for you because you've battled to do it, you know? It's to me that's the ultimate. I mean, you've put everything on the line, your car, your body, everything, dollar value, the lot, you know, it all. We forget about how much it costs to do teams racing. I mean, it's obviously cost a fortune, but it all to me and that's why I jump up. But sometimes you know, I'm a supporter of Gizzy, I'm a supporter of Hawke's Bay, I'm a supporter of Bay Park Busters, you know, there's it's just the way it is. And you support those teams, with passion.
Yeah, but one thing, I never forget what it costs, especially now that I'm watching.
What about that factor? I mean, you're not an emotional chap as such, Pete, but we've seen a couple of bits of emotion this season from you. Well, I've heard about it and been showing stuff. It hasn't been seen publicly, but it does get that, doesn't it? When you see your boys and what they say in their speeches about you and the respect and how they act on the track, it must make you feel very, very proud.
Oh, for sure. You know, if you're talking about when I got emotional at McVerry's that time,
yes,
that's because it was more a realization I'm not team racing this year.
Yeah,
I was crying because I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
No, that was Ethan out of it. You know, they did the big captain thing. You know, he kind of handled it a bit different than I thought, but that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I remember when they won the final in Palmy, Mike and his camera were there, expecting me to jump up to the moon, but you know, it was exciting, but I'm not that sort of cuddly type of person.
No,
I enjoyed the moment.
Yeah. I just wonder, like, I mean, it's not just Pete, not just Ethan and Ash, though, is it? I mean, you have an invested interest in all those guys in your team. I mean, you have Brad there most nights working his car there. You've had, I mean, let's face it, everyone's called Josh your third son for years. I mean, and you're seeing them all there, and now you've got young Regan Penn coming through, and Tim Ross has been there for years as well. But you must be proud seeing that. I mean, that last race, that all in, watching Brad and Regan work together, that must have been a real sort of, mate, this is awesome moment for you, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that was one of the better watches of the night, and surprising. Yeah, you're right. But I guess that's why they're so successful, because they all get on so good. And they all mingle, and they've got the group chat thing going on, which I'm not part of because I don't know how to do that. But yeah, it's just they just click together and they just get on so well. And Brad's been a great find. Brad McGee, he wouldn't say 2 words to you when I first met him, but
yeah,
now he won't shut up, you know. So
Yeah. He doesn't have much choice hanging around with you guys. You either open your mouth and give shit back, or you sit there in a corner, don't you? So, but
Yeah,
for
he's
me,
he's got a talent. In watching that last all in race, man, he was out the gate. It was good to watch, wasn't it? And Regan just got out there, and then Brad, there were only two guys out there. They were outnumbered by miles, and he just entertained us and ended up on his lip.
and he said that was his first ever rollover.
And Superstock, yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
He's rolled in many stock times, but
yeah.
Yeah.
But I just thought to me with that, the Regan pen just showed no fear around the outside, just going for it. He really drove like an absolute demon, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, and he's been a good find too this year. And when we've needed him, he pulls one out of the bag. And in Auckland, we used him in the first race, but he never got another run.
I must admit, I was very surprised that he wasn't put in for that final, because you've done that for every most finals. It's been Regan out there who takes the win, isn't it?
Yeah, poor old Timmy sat it out, so we wanted to run him, and that's the way it is with the six cars. It can create a bit of a dilemma for you, but it's a good dilemma because it's a safety thing.
Yeah, 100%.
So
but like you say,
kids.
It's not. It's like what you've been saying, Box. That camaraderie of the track, it's strong, and it's only going to fall into place when you put them into action to do the work they've got to do on the track. And like you mentioned, I remember Brad McGee when he used to talk to him. Man, he was talking this, that, all the bloody time about Speedway, and everything was very so critique and precise. And you knew there was something between his two ears that would make it click. And he's shown that in the two classes, in the stock car and also in the superstock, particularly the season. So there was something special there. And obviously we knew Regan Penn was going to be quick in the car as well. And you put that all together into a team. It's like now every team's looking at the success of this team over the recent teams racing. And we're seeing it all over the social media. Everyone's kind of put them up there at the pinnacle at the moment. And most would say, well, that's the team to knock over. You want to win something these days. But pretty well, when you take a look at it, most bloody teams across the board are right up there now these days. Anything's possible in this race, in teams racing.
Yeah. Well, before we finish up, people, if you're watching, if you've got a question you want to ask Pete, we can ask it. So we'll take a few quick questions from people. We're not going to ask stupid questions and anything that's not relevant. So if you've got a question you'd like us to ask Peter, we'll do it in the next 2 or 3 minutes while we just finish up. But it's been interesting, Pete, talking to you about your perspective from that side of it. And so next year, new cars for yourself, Ethan, who was not happy about that, we must say. Obviously, he spoke to us on the show about that. He didn't really want a new car. And Asher, is Josh getting a new car too?
Yeah, Josh is getting one. Ethan and Asher getting the stock cars each as well.
That's it, yeah. So there'll be the three of them, Brad, Ethan, and Asher are going to do stock cars next year as well.
Yep.
Will they do the New Zealand Championship as well as team racing?
Oh, that I don't know. Probably just team racing. They like that so much, but that I don't know. Whereas the New Zealand Champs is Wanganui, isn't it, next year? Stock cars.
Yes.
Well, it's just down the road.
For the supers.
You never know.
There we go. There's a question. Jonathan Inglis, how long does it take to build a Rees chassis?
An hour is probably a couple hundred, and we need to do one a week. Well, I know that's not 200 hours, but that's with multiple people, 2 or 3 people. So pretty much you can do a chassis a week and then fit it out another week. Takes too long when you're in a hurry.
Yeah. So 2 weeks. Kerry Remnants put, is it Tui or Summit this weekend? It's going to be Summit, I would say.
Whatever's cold.
I go, Rangy, does Pete have a price for me has your new CNC turned up, Pete?
No, it hasn't, but I haven't got a price for him yet, no.
You'll have the price when he drops it. Don't forget to drop those eggs off, Rangy, for me, bro, for him to take up.
Okay.
What was
What was your-
personal favourite teams race? You versus Rotorua was awesome. What was your personal favourite teams race, Peter?
In hindsight, probably that one. But at the time, I was stressing. I was sweating a bit. I don't know. Lately, I don't know. The semi-final in Palmer this year against Christchurch was a good one to watch. Even the final, all 10 races are good to watch. You just got to realise, what the guys have put on the line each time they line up.
That's a good question. Kins, ask him that one.
Yeah. Simon Smith says, Simon Smith probably somewhere overseas watching, as he always is, most in the islands. Would Pete rate this team better than the Panthers of his time when you said the big...
What a controversial question, Simon.
You can say no comment or plead the fifth.
So I'm a little bit biased with that because I was part of that team, but I guess because I can put my bias hat on. I do rate this team better, and they have beaten the Panthers twice this season, or might be 3 times. I think we met them in Palmy, Auckland, and the Invasion. So yeah, I would have to rate this team definitely better entertaining.
Okay. Yeah. Would you build a super saloon?
Definitely not. I'll just leave that up to the guys that build saloons and super saloons.
I don't know if you can answer this because this is going to have your SNZ hat on. Any major rule change to look forward to next season? I suppose that's going to have to wait till after the AGM and once you go through all of that process.
Well, it's just technical remits this year. It's not a remit year at AGM, it's a vote year. So there are some technical changes that you can look up on the internet.
Yep.
I think we sit down and do them this month or next board meeting. So you'll have to wait and see.
Best repercharge for was Pete at Palmy New Zealand champs, spun and still won.
Yeah, remember that? That was the race. Yep. I think I got a Ron Twight spun me up early in the race.
What's a moment? I mean, we know you still go. You're not retired or anything. But do you sit there sometimes at night and think, what's a moment in your career that stood out for you that you sort of think, yeah, that was pretty cool? Is there something in your career where you've done something or been a part of something that's really stood out for Peter Rees?
Probably the first time we won teams in Palmy, that meant quite a bit. I think we drank for 3 days non-stop. Me, JD and Darren. That stands out a bit. Not the drinking.
JD back in the day, he could drink, couldn't he? Eh?
Yeah, I still can. I don't know. I mean, every weekend we have fun. Win or lose. It's just part of what we do, I suppose.
What's your biggest hit put on and received from Leon? Leon's got a question there, Pete. Your biggest hit and what you received.
Well, I don't know what I put on. I guess you'd have to ask people what hit, but I received. I can't even remember. Well, I normally can't remember them because I got knocked out. I suppose that was a big hit.
Yeah.
Would it be in England?
I can't remember that one. that was a 27-minute knockout. That one. Shit. I don't know. It might have been the one.
Akins.
And Miani when I hit the ute.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Steiny or Shiny got me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shiny. Yeah, I remember that. I was there that day, and the ute didn't get out of the way quick enough. I think it was Regan or someone jumped through the window to stop it, didn't they?
Can't remember.
And I'm guessing Gizzy of Huntley in their program puts on another team's event, might get more than 3 teams. I'm guessing the way Gizzy's been successful depends, I suppose, on whether cars will be available. May make a return to Huntley team speak. You don't know yet, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't know. And I kind of don't control that these days. The boys do that stuff. I mean, it's quite surprising that they did Rotorua in the stock cars this year.
It's Pete's best runoff with 89W down on Wanganui from Aaron Ferguson.
It was good for me, but not so much for Dale. And I think there was Jeff James's car at the time. Yeah, that was a big one.
Does it? What do you think sitting there, Pete? There was people that they can remember all the stuff you've done, and you're saying, "Oh, I can't remember some of it because I was knocked out." But how does it make you reflect? Like all the fans here that are just they really remember a lot of your racing.
It goes without saying because people, do remember that stuff, and it's kind of cool. And as soon as I see it on the screen, it brings back my memories. But no, it's cool. Hopefully, we've made a few people happy on the way, and I know we've made a few people not so happy. the negative ones, but at the end of the day, we're all out there doing the same thing, trying to get the same result and enjoy it. So I guess it's an honour that they remember some of the stuff that we did.
When you started racing, was there people that you sort of like it's hard for this question for me to ask this because you sort of went motocross, didn't really have much to do to Speedway, then bang, you're in Speedway. So you didn't really go, did you, to have someone to look up to that race? But did you have someone that you sort of, when you started racing, you thought, shit, that guy's good, and you looked up to them? Was there someone in your eyes that was a great racer that you sort of looked up to?
Sure. I mean, you only have to be around the sport for 5 minutes. And, back when I started, there's Dave Evans and Tony Whitaker and Gary Parks. So, you get to meet these guys pretty quickly, and you do look up to them, and I still do today. So, and I hadn't been around Speedway until I did it, but you soon learn, people that they say hello to you or they help you out, or, and that's, and I remember that stuff today. And Dave, I quite often see Dave now. He just lives down the road here, so, and we do stuff for each other. And so, you remember all that stuff.
Yeah, Dave Evans. He was for me growing up watching Speedway, Dave Evans, Gary Parks, Brian Anderson. I mean, that Panthers team back then, they were the shit, man. They were. I watched a video come up the other day. I think it was someone put up a video. It might have been doing the dirt, or someone put up a video of an old TV one, and it had Dave Evans, and he was just absolutely dealing to people, I mean, that man, he could put a hit on, couldn't he? I mean, there was a story from back in my day where the Hawke's Bay team were going to come race Palmy, and there was one driver that all week had nightmares about Dave Evans, so pulled out of a team's race, didn't come to Palmy. I mean, shit, that's you wouldn't hear of that today because all these young fellas have got no fear, have they, Pete? I mean, like, it's a different. I mean, how much do you think it is different now to racing than when you first started? I mean, it was all or nothing, wasn't it? You wanted to put the hit on when you started, and that was it. But do you see it now where it's not so much you need to put that big hit on, it's more about saving the car? How much do you think it's changed?
Oh, big time. And like I say, all these young ones that come along out of the mini stocks and stuff, smarter, and they can handle the hits more than us older fellas, and it's changed hugely. The average speed of all the cars have got slightly faster, and I guess it's changed for the good, but it's definitely changed from when I first started. Because, if you did your 10 laps and you managed to drive off, you had a good team race, but not many people drove off back in those days. Cars broke down, et cetera.
Yeah, it's quite ironic that you just touched on that, because do you see any changes in the sport maybe developing in the next few years, Pete? Like you said, the speed obviously has developed a lot. We can see that. We can hear the hits a lot different. Obviously, this younger generation these days get the opportunity to learn from the mini stock class compared to back in your day. But do you see much changes in the future?
In this modern world, who would know?
Yeah.
Someone could walk in tomorrow and just shut you down. That's how precious this world's got.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'd like to think not, but got to keep an open mind with that because anything can happen.
Yeah.
Well, I think
100%.
we could probably finish on that. To be honest, we've gone way past our time talking. Once we asked people to ask questions for Pete, it went off the gate. So, what's this? Oh, someone saying there's any merchandise coming out for the Rees. I don't think Rees are putting out merchandise, are they? But I think Giants have got a special shirt coming, haven't they? Pete, or you not know? I heard from Brendan that was the case.
You know, I have no idea. It's above my pay grade.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Pete. Well, you look after yourself. Enjoy Gizzy. Big weekend of Gizzy this Friday, Saturday, and we'll definitely keep in touch and hope those eggs turn up. Hopefully, Rangi drops those eggs up to you guys.
I just got a picture sent to me from Sam saying there's a few summits here, a picture of the booze getting dropped off for the club rooms this weekend. That's just about a truck and trailer unit, but
yeah, looking forward to going back up there. I haven't been there since opening night actually, because we had a couple of rain-offs. So yeah, looking forward to that. And then apparently the roads got better, so looking forward to that as well.
I said to him, kids, you know, if I'm on the side of the road, don't just drive past. He said, yeah, bloody oath. I said, it wouldn't be the first time he's done it, and it won't be the last. Just drive straight past me, broken down. Old Pete didn't even bother to stop. Yeah. Middle of the South Island, they all drove past. Oh, there's Booker. Yeah, see ya. Hey, look, appreciate you taking the time, mate. Again, it was good to catch up from last week, which we didn't get to do. So thank you, and we'll catch up this weekend, bud.
Thank you guys, and I'm glad my internet's better.
Yeah.
Better than mine.
Yeah.
Cheers, Pete. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, mate. See ya. There we go. So that was it. We caught up with Pete from last week. Got Sam. There it is. End of season finale, night one. $20 an adult. $8 a child.
Get over there.
Hey, $50 for a family. Cheap as chips. Get your backside trackside to Awapuni Speedway, Gisborne. You will not regret it. And on the Saturday, you don't have to be a driver or a crew. You can come down Saturday morning, $10 breakfast. You can't beat it. You cannot beat that, kids. Oh, and we've got that coming soon too. Our Pits TV DWD series, and commentating all the racing, bringing you all the action is our famous commentator, Kinser. Hey,
Yeah, it'll be
there.
it'll be internet. Real
Hey.
fun. Real fun. Hey, thanks for all the questions. Thanks for all the viewers who popped in to watch. As Speedway season wraps up, and now Pete's just down the road from one legend that books really adores
Evans,
from back
mate.
in the day. We might have to take you and Pete down there and do a bit of a live show with Mr. Evans
I
in the
would
off
love to sit
season.
down with Dave Evans, mate. That would he has told us to come and sit down with him,
Yeah.
though. We have had
There you
that
go.
invitation.
There
So
you go.
you never know. I might go wandering when my son goes to Australia at the end of the month. So who knows?
Go for it. Go for a bit of a wander, and make sure you get yourself along to Trackside. If you're around my region, go along to Huntley Saturday afternoon. Some dirt track racing underway, and just keep an eye on the good old Mother Nature. Hey, thanks, Rees. This is what we do. It's all about those comments, and we appreciate that. But otherwise, to each and one of you out there, be safe out there and enjoy your weekend. As the season just about wraps up for most tracks. Look forward to King's birthday weekend up in the far north, though. But otherwise, thank you once again, and enjoy yourself if you're going to get these safe travels, eh?
Thanks, everyone. See you on the weekend if you're there.
Holy snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Bump and Run Booker joins us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight.
Give it the hoot now.